Well, good morning, everybody. It's great to see everyone here and enjoying one of our special facilities here in Albuquerque. And also fun for me to be joined by my youngest son, Jack. We had competition this morning with a birthday party for my 4-year-old. So my wife and her at that, and I get to spend some good time with Jack. So we come to the libraries actually quite often. We're usually at the downtown branch and or the main library. And I actually grew up going to this similar program at the Erna Ferguson Library up in the Heights. I grew up right behind there, and so libraries actually bring back a lot of good memories for me, and they were amazing back then in our city and now continue to be, but also now in, of course, like the digital age, so it's a whole different thing. Even we check out the audio books online and listen to them on trips and everything like that, so we're still actually pretty regular users of our library system. But I know we have some fun things in store for the kids, so I'm not going to talk too long, but I want to thank the parents or family who came here. Just thank you for being engaged both with your children and also with our city. And two things to share, I think, are, number one, we are trying to expand these programs and also share some awareness of them. And so, at least to the extent we have extra chairs, tell your friends, tell your neighbors. We want to get full utilization out of all of our library programs. And next year, we got some extra budget money, and we're going to try and expand the availability of a lot of the programs we do for all things after school and over the summer, but including our library programs. And lastly, I want to share this too. As some folks might know, I'm actually very dyslexic, so some of you might be aware of sort of what that is, but actually reading to my kids is still a real challenge, and the older my daughter gets, I can tell like she's brushing up against, like in a couple of years she's going to catch me in terms of reading ability. Now luckily as an adult, a young adult actually, I sort of relearned how to read, so I've gotten better at it, but it's still, you know, it's actually like kind of a lifelong challenge, which is also why you rarely see me reading a speech, because like I can't do it for more than a couple of minutes. Reading to your kids or having others read to your kids is actually one way to deal with a lot of reading issues that kids have. So we know that early on, of course, it's so important, but even as kids get older, being able to track and learn all the nuances of pausing and stopping and starting and voice inflection and so forth, it's actually really important to continue to do that. So to expose your kids not only to reading for themselves, but also them listening to good readers. And so it's something I still enjoy, actually. So with that, let me just say again, thank you all for coming, and I know we have some special guests in the house. We got our poet laureate. Are you emeritus yet?
Yes.
Emeritus. We got to get you like a special badge or something, you know, rocking the emeritus. And we also have tons of folks from our libraries program. And so I just want to thank everyone who works at the city, especially for our libraries. This is a program that and everything we do at our libraries, we have some of the best libraries in the Southwest, and we get down on our city sometimes for the issues that I've got to deal with. But one of them is not libraries. Our library system is incredible, and it has been for a long time, and it's a credit to the hard work of everyone kind of standing in the back and standing up here. So thank you guys so much. And if folks don't mind, let's give our library staff a round of applause for what they do. All right, so I think we're ready for the next in line, next in show.
We have a special gift for you, Mayor. Our third poet laureate Emeritus Manuel Gonzalez, has commissioned a poem about summers in Albuquerque that he's going to share and present for us today for the first time in public.
That's right.
Manuel Gonzalez.
Ladies and gentlemen, come on up.
Okay, the title of this poem is Burque Summer Solstice, which was yesterday, nah? Yeah, all right. Summertime heat creates mirages off the asphalt, playing tricks on our eyes. Burque and her secrets are whispered in the wind when we listen. Paletas and sticky smiles on the faces of mocosos running free without a care for the heat. And the elders know where to find escape from the hot Zia sun. The river finds her home in the bosque, where we can find solace, solitude, and silence in the middle of a bustling metropolis. Burque, where the thirst of the tierra is quenched by a late afternoon monsoon, sun shining through the raindrops like diamonds, precious gems of our memories, the smell of rain, flashbacks of puddle jumping. We celebrate the rain in the desert like a long lost friend returning home. The streets shine new and clean after the flood recedes, but our parents still tell the children of La Llorona to keep us safe and away from the deadly ditches, arroyos, and acequias that carry our dreams to irrigate the milpas in the South Valley, growing the same corn, beans, and squash, the three sisters that were introduced to our ancestors long ago, the acequias that carry dreams to quench the thirst and feed us until our panzas are llena and our corazón is contento, while the dragonflies dance in the amber light of sunset. Burque, so full of history and culture, inviting, welcoming with pride, orgullo. As our skies, as big as our imaginations, hold clouds like floating cathedrals, or carry hot air balloons on a crisp morning, listening to KABQ while we clean the house, two-stepping with a broom to Tiny Maury, Al Hurricane, or Manny and the Casanovas. New Mexico music, born and bred like calabacitas with corn and green chili, our homemade tortillas. Albuquerque, where we honor traditions and history, sage smoke and chimayo chili, fishing at Tingley Beach early in the morning before the ducks wake up. Burque is who we were. It's who we are. It's the legacy we pass on to our children. Like cruising Central, old Route 66 on a Sunday afternoon in a 1963 Chevy, original and clean, playing oldies, those oldies that remind us of how far we've come, cruising all the way to the South Valley Gardens growing community underneath our Zia sun, blazing in the sky. We celebrate each other's food, music, dance, heartbeat, drum beat, sacred blessings from the Creator. We are flamenco and danza azteca, jingle dress and two-step, breakdancing and rancheras. Our heartbeat is the rhythm we live our lives to. Our connection to this land, this mountain, this sky. Our collective sweat and tears in our eyes, the memories that we share of river water and cottonwood trees, a symphony of chicharras. That hypnotizing drone is the late summer song that our daydreams dance to. In harmony, we hear the crickets take over the night. Our singing with gritos that cry out to the sky when the sun sets behind the West Mesa and the sandias ripen for that brief, fleeting moment before it gets dark and our pink mountain's majesty hold us in her arms. Another night in the Duke City, and our hitos and hitas are safe and sleeping. The viejitas say their prayers and light their candles, and another Albuquerque summer is laid to rest to become memories and stories, the stories that we all share as burqueños. Thank you.
I continue to MC from the back of the house. I would like to invite Lauren Fernandez, who is our Associate Director of Libraries for Human and Financial Resources.
Yes, thank you very much. I want to thank Mayor Keller for supporting our summer reading program. I want to thank the third poet laureate of Albuquerque, Manuel Gonzalez. That was a beautiful summer poem. Cultural Services Department, Sherry Brueggemann, who's head of the Public Arts Program, and Hakeem Bellamy, who's the associate director there. I want to thank all the library staff here, and particularly, I don't know where she is, I want to thank Rhonda Trujillo, because if you notice the instruments on the back wall, the side wall there, she made every single one of those for the theme of Library Rocks. And definitely I want to thank the Friends again for making this program possible. And now I want to turn it back over to Tall Paul for magic and fun. Thank you.
Give me just a second here. See if this thing is actually working. Libraries rock!